Hello there, Only One Kenobi here, Only One. So this is take 2, because I was recording myself and the microphone wasn't on, god damn it. So here we go again, but I am on Bantha School's website. And this evening I saw a notification first on X, and that was Yakface, I believe. Then I found myself going over to Instagram. So I thought I'd go on Bantha School to have a look at these because, you know, there's more images on there, no doubt. As opposed to Instagram, you only get 10 pictures, don't you, on Instagram? So I vaguely remember talk of droids, but I'd forgotten about this. It was in the live stream at the very end. I can show you a clip. This isn't anything new, but it did feel like it was new because I'd forgotten all about it. But maybe that's because it wasn't really what floated my or anyone's boat really. But we're gonna have a look at it now, and we're safe here on Bantha School because he's got 22 images. So we'll have a look at the box as he's saying now, and then the individual cards. I'll be very honest with you. When this first dropped and I looked at it, I thought, well, it's one of those 4-packs that's only got figures in it. I forgot about the fact that this is one of those multi-packs that are carded figures inside, if that makes sense. You get 4 cards. So initially I thought, nah, I don't want this. I don't need... Well, I've already got the Ahsoka loose, and I don't really need those droids. But then I realised, oh, hang on a minute, it's a 4-pack with cards inside. So I better get it. It sounds... Oh, God, we'll talk about this a bit later, but this is a world away from my own private wish list of what I want in TVC, and probably the vast majority of fans. However, it's here, it's available, and, well, at the point of making this video, there's only a link for the US Amazon. For the UK, as I say, at the time of making this, it's 7 o'clock at night now, and we don't have a link for the UK yet, but I can see me buying this now. I'm already on the hook, and the thing that got me on the hook was the card back for her, which I'm so glad they haven't given us the same card back we previously got, because that would be ridiculous. But instead they've given us that, which, you know, I as a carded collector am now ensnared in their web of sin, money. I'm gonna hand over my money to these people. It's ridiculous. And as I've been discussing with my friends, well, my mate Mike, and I understand what he means, he said it's getting out of hand. We have carded collections, and mine is getting very full, and these are now 4 more to go on the wall. I dare say they might look nice. I do like that. I do like that Ahsoka. But, oh man, I would much sooner be adding an AT-AT driver, a Farm Boy Luke, and God knows there's tons of figures I want in the vintage collection, but none of these. Not 3 droids from the Clone Wars, and another Ahsoka. This is now the 3rd Ahsoka alternative for Clone Wars, which is actually remarkable, really, because that is remarkable. There's 3 now for Clone Wars, and what they should have done is, I've talked about this before, the Rex they brought out recently, the new brilliant looking update to the figure. That Rex should have been put on a Clone Wars card back. Instead, they put it on Bad Batch. So I don't think they know what they're doing over there, man. That's ridiculous. Since Ahsoka has 3 alternatives, Captain Rex could have had another alternative card back. That's a completely different topic for another video, perhaps. But for now, let's go through the rest of the images. Now, you know this very well, this figure. We've seen it before. I think it's exactly the same as the other issue. Do let me know. I dare say it is a nice figure with shades of Rosario in it, I thought anyway. Or maybe it's because we've now seen Rosario Dawson in live action. The figure reminds me of her. Moving hastily on this card back here, it is R7A7, Ahsoka's droid. I feel I've got this droid. I did get something from Tungori not long ago, and I can't remember if it was an animated looking droid or real world, but still, there he is. That's definitely a real world Ahsoka droid with a control panel in the background, so an interesting enough card back. This next card back, hang on, we're not there yet, it's coming in a minute. A couple of images first of the droid loose. And here it is. This one I don't like. I don't know why. It's the red pill, I think. Too much red. And actually, it's too big, man, as well. I talked about this when I was reviewing R5D4 in The Mandalorian. The bubble is too big. The bubble is not... It should be smaller. Like the previous R5D4 was a nice, a more scaled bubble, should we say. And that's a waste of space. It doesn't look right. And this guy's a small droid, man. Look at him. The droid himself, and we'll see him again loose in a minute, is like Chopper in a way. He's got a different dome, but he's got elements of Chopper in him. The cardback, although I'm a big fan of cardbacks that have that on it, whatever you call that, Imperial, Death Starry pattern, lighting scheme, I don't particularly like that cardback. It's just too grey, too much red. Yeah. Don't like it, but still, the droid is interesting. And look at that, very Chopper-esque. He's got the same chassis, it looks like. I don't know, I'm just talking as I find here, ladies and gentlemen. If I'm wrong, do correct me. But he looks like he's got the same body, and he's got one of the claws off the head, and he's got an antenna on the top as well. The difference is he has a domed head, but he's a smaller droid than a conventional astromech, the R4 model like you just saw for Ahsoka's droid. But he's interesting, but I don't particularly want him or any of these droids loose, so I'm only buying, if I buy one set, I'll only buy one set to keep carded. But you do whatever you want to do if you're going to buy any. I know there's people on Twitter, X, who are moaning, and they don't want to spend as much money as they're asking for this. So, here is this Conehead guy, G1 or GG. There he is. It's interesting colour combination there. The yellow, the black, the gold, the grey. I prefer that card back to the previous. And I think that is it. Except we'll see a couple of images of him loose. It's interesting that they haven't shown this guy or the Ahsoka droid without the center leg out. So he's on two legs. That would have been nice if they had done that, since there's 3 images here of the droids each. But I don't know, man. It's up to them how they do it. But anyway, that is it. Just wanted to give you a bit of a reaction to this. Are you interested? As you can tell from myself, I feel so daft. I'm probably going to be pulling the trigger on it myself. You know, I do like adding to my Clone Wars carded collection, should we say. There was a time, God, not long ago, that we only had 3 card backs, and now they have tons of cards for Clone Wars and Genndy Tartakovsky. And speaking of which, I bought a couple of figures today from the 30th anniversary collection to add to my loose collection to open. And they are characters that I think would be awesome. Well, they're from the Genndy Tartakovsky cartoon. I really hoped that they would have given us more for that. You know, they gave us 6 figures for the Genndy Tartakovsky Clone Wars. I think they could have easily given us another 6. They could have given us Grievous, Mace Windu, tons of other characters. You know, but they didn't. But I just thought I'd mention that. Stay tuned, because I'm going to open those figures when they arrive. I'm just saying, there's a lot for the Clone Wars nowadays, so it's interesting. I do like it, though, the Clone Wars. So I'm all for it. Thank you for listening, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only One. Out.